AG Labs, my name is Ben, hello and welcome to the microsoldering show. Today we just start by an iPhone X which was laying at the sea or got water contact, and now the customer needs the important data out of the phone, so let's see if we can help him or not. So we open right up the on-hands camera and just take a screwdriver so we can start by disassembling the phone. Open up the screws. When I plug it to the DC power supply, I don't get anything on charging current, so 0. I have to get my tools, like every morning. The tools which I need for the war against broken phones. Okay. Let's open up the device. Was it already opened before? Yes, because here is the glue stripe missing. So it was opened before. Okay. Let's get out the screws. Getting out the screws, pulling off the battery, taking out the screen, and check for value on power supply. Where is my, here is my iPhone X cable, okay. Okay. We got a short or not? Yes, we got a short on. We got not a short on a line which is present if the device is turned off, like when we add always or VDD main or bad VCC or bad VDD. No, bad VCC. But I think this could be a short on an AND line because we are going directly up to 1.8 amps if we push the power button. So let's see what we got here. Just checking again for the current flow. Is it really 0? Because on 1.8 amps on boot it's normally not 0. Okay, so let's take off all the components, taking out the board, and see if we can solve that problem. Okay, board is out. And I see it with my eyes where the problem is, without using a microscope. Just checking again. Yeah, okay. When I see these 1.8 shorts, it's mostly related to an AND line. So I want to see under the thermal. And I think it should be in that area. And yeah, it is. Here you see just a shorted cap at the NAND circuit. Okay. going under the microscope. And you see that? Just a shorted cap right next beside to the NAND. But the customer asked if we can take a look for repair, perhaps. Normally on water damages we don't do any repair works, and we could now end up this video within just 1 minute. So just kicking out this capacitor and we are done. But customer asked, perhaps do you have the option to repair the phone? And normally we always say no, we don't repair water damages. But I want to see how about the corrosion, because if I see only one point of corrosion on a board like that, you can repair that easily. It's no problem, you will never get any problems with the customer. And it's a phone which is over 1,000 euro if you buy it, so it doesn't make any sense to knock off a capacitor and do it as a data rescue if only one spot on the board is infected by water. We have to take take care and have a look about all the other components on the phone, especially the Face ID. But if it looks like that, it could be repairable, not only data rescue job. So, but in this case I need to separate the board. Okay, we just wait until the preheater is heated up, and then we can just disassemble the board. So preheater reached the 185. So we help with a little bit of hot air for separate. Ja, sagt, die möchten wir noch zurückschicken, ne? Just waiting a short time. We'll come in a minute. Don't rip off the board. Just wait until it's ready melted. Okay, so after that we can go down with the preheater. Gerade noch nach der Rufnummer fragen können. Wir hatten hier 11 Jahre die gleiche Rufnummer und im Zuge des Providerwechsels haben die uns die Rufnummer, obwohl wir einen Portierungsantrag mehrfach hingeschickt haben, ist das verloren gegangen, die Rufnummer. Okay, just control if all the pads are there, but this looks good. And now we just clean and then we have a look for water. I always reball them board halves and I take off the complete solder. I don't do things like getting them boards separated and then use the same solder as before. The reason for that is that the solder which was used in the production is a weak solder, and you got really a lot of problems with disconnected boards after drop or cold solder joints after a time of using. So I always renew the solder paste between the board halves. So if I get a repair or Datarescue, whatever, I always renew the solder between the board halves. Okay, I take out the spacers which were laid in or laid between the boards. I don't use clamps to solder the board back together because I don't use spacers. I just use a better solder, 183. So you never get any problems with these boards after I repaired them. And I repaired a lot of iPhone 10 within the last year. And for me, it's the most easy repair you can do. And the repair which it just never come back. They just never come back. Because if you do the reball and soldering back in a good way, you will never get any problems again with these phones. So no unsatisfied customers. So now I just clean the board. I don't see any signs of corrosion here. And that's nice. Getting the board out. And the other side of the board. Oh, you didn't see anything because I forgot to go to the microscope cap. But that's not a problem, because I only cleaned the solder here on the middle frame and just took off the thermal paste. Okay, now we are on the microscope and we stay here at the microscope. Okay, now let's have a look for the bottom side. For the top layer, sorry. So I really like to repair these top layers too. I like to do top layer swaps, CPU swaps for the top layer. You don't need to transplant the Logic EEPROM because you can easily just copy the data. That's copy the data, and Siri says, "Oh, capital bra." Okay. No. So now we just take some flux here. Last time I got a really nice joking video with my friend Rainer Pals. He was in here. Rainer Pals is a millionaire from Plieskastel, Germany, and he doesn't need to work anymore at all, so he can drive the whole day with his Porsche car and doing nothing. And he came here and he just had some jokes. They were excellent. But at the end, the video was bad because it wasn't a big fault and I couldn't use it. So, a video like this I really would like to have before Christmas time. But I don't like videos which are planned, so it has to happen. So, we hope that Rainer Pals is coming again while I'm doing a video, and you will have to laugh a lot. Dani likes Rainer too. But she always says no, she doesn't like him. But I know she likes him because Rainer is a great man. He's like Donald Trump. Okay, taking off the solder at all the areas. At all the areas. Don't forget anything here. And then just clean the board. Push with a wipe. And now we just need to repair the board, to kick off that one bad capacitor right in front of the NAND. Gesundheit. So, okay, now we just knock off the cap. You see that? I knew it before, just because of the value on power supply. This one cap is just the reason for no boot on this iPhone X. And you see here is corrosion until the end of the pad. Just using some flux here. Oh, that's the wrong solder tip. Here is a better one for that work. Gesundheit. So now we just clean here. Looks much better. Just taking the multimeter and checking if the short is gone. Yes, short has gone. That's great. A little bit of flux. Tiny little bit of solder. And we can get in a new cap. So if we are working on that now, we just can replace the cap. Because the board halves are separated, we don't have to be fear to get any problems with the board halves. Just waiting for the ground layer coming. Come on, just give me some more heat here. And the rest I want just to get here by using the solder iron. Okay. And again. The crown pad just takes some, covers some heat here. Go straight here. Yeah. Okay, done. Now it's fine. So. Okay, that's nice. No solder bolts at the other side. That's okay. We have the CPU directly to the other side, so it's really important that you don't spend too much heat too long time here, because we don't want to get cold solder under the CPU. Otherwise we just have to reball that, and it's just some more work we don't need to have, or we don't want to have. Okay, checking for value on power supply. Top layer without connected bottom layer without short should be about 60 milliamps, and recognizing at the view mode, and we are fine. That's okay. The board is a little bit hot, so we have about 70 milliamps. If the board is cooled down, about 60 to 65. Okay, now we can just reball the bottom layer, the middle frame of the bottom layer board. Yesterday I did an iPhone X, so today iPhone XS. The stencil was already in. Now we're just doing an X. Did a lot of X and XS and XS Max the last days. Checking in the heat sink. Putting in the stencil. And that's okay. Okay, don't have toilet paper here, that's bad. That is really the best stencil you can get for the iPhone X. The Quanly, this Quanly stencil is really the best. I got mine from Union Repair, but I know that Rexcom got it now in stock in Germany too. So if you want to order that, just get it from Rexcom if you are in Germany. Or get it from Union Repair if you would like to order from China, or if you are coming from other countries. I don't know which supplier in other countries have them in stock. I only can tell you that in Germany Rexcom got it, and it's the best stencil I have ever seen for the X. It's really easy. With that stencil everybody can do the reball on the X board. No problem at all. Clean. Got this on. And take your hot air, full power, and just soldering, reballing the top layer. Because we use 183 solder, we just need to take care that we don't get any bend, but normally with that stencil you can't get any bend. If you use it in the right way, you won't get any bend here. Kann auch. Okay, so you see, we just need to reball that board in the easy way. If you see something like that, one ball which doesn't want to stick, it's no problem. Just get it down. It's just because of a little bit of dirt here. Dani, komm mal her mit Zettel und Stift, ich schreibe noch was auf.
Ja, die Abos, die habe ich ja alle gefunden. Da sind zwar auch die Rechnungen nicht angekommen, aber die kann ich nochmal anfordern.
1 second. Could be another Apple ID. So I think that the missing invoices are.
Kann ich Ihnen gerade noch mal eine andere
Genau.
ID geben? Ob Sie da vielleicht was finden? iCloud.com. Und dann P-Doppel-E, genau, @iCloud.com.
Okay, so. And you see, this is a nice reball of an iPhone export, and it really goes fast with that stencil and without any problems. We got same size balls everywhere, no connections between pads. That's the way a board reball on an iPhone X should look like, and it's just fast and it's really easy. So I just want to take a photo. And now we can just solder that board back together. Yeah, gib mal her. Perhaps we got another chance. Let me see.
Kannst du mal aufschreiben, ne?
Yeah,
Guck die
yeah,
noch.
yeah.
Soll ich verstiften?
I got one here. That's no problems. But, one sec, I don't know it out of my head.
Manolo, Plan. Ah, sorry. Moment.
Okay. So now we just see the board right in front of the preheater. Okay, flux all over the board. all over the board, the middle layer frame, and then we just put on top layer board, having a look for a right position. And as soon as it's fixed, did you use Ben at apfeldoktor.eu? Yeah. That's the last option we have. Okay, now we just solder the board back together. Waiting until the preheater has reached the right temperature. And as soon as the temperature is reached, we just solder it back. Ja, guck mal, ja genau. Kann ich hier auch hier. Die goldene. And okay, we just solder the board back together now. Sorry for the convenience in the video today in the morning, but we have to do a lot of paperwork. It's the end of the year, and Danny has to finish some things here. I just help with a small amount of hot air to get that board back and flat. Don't use much preheat because we have much hot air because we have a preheater. So for me it's just helping a little bit with hot air to get that board down. Morning, Andy. And board is down. Good morning. This looks good. Okay, preheater's off. Preheater's off. Board needs to cool down. And we have a look under the microscope. And that's okay here. That side okay too. Here we could go down just a little more, but we are well connected. So I just use a little bit of preheat again and a small amount of hot air just to get it back together here in that area. Habt ihr's? Warum? Ah. Just want to get it back in that area too. Okay, we are done. The board is down in all areas. Yeah, just more flat. Just wanted to get it flat in all the areas. And if you have a look now, you see that? It just came down at this area too. It was well connected before, but here we just needed to go a small bit more down. So I think we can test now. So just connect the ambient light sensor so we can see something and the screen doesn't get dark. And we boot the device and boom! We are back to life again with our iPhone X. After water damage we got a short on 3VO NAND. Normally you just can knock off the cap because it's directly over the solder points which connects the middle frame to the top layer frame, and we got a CPU at the other side, so normally you can just knock it off. But if I do repair, I just separate the board every time because it was weak solder used by the production, so I want to renew the solder again in a better solder, and so you see we just have a fully working device. iPhone X short on 3VO NAND solved in just 45 minutes. Long time, but we did a board rebar completely with the great Quanly stencil. I hope you liked the video. If you want to learn things like that easily, you can do that at the Board Level Repair School Germany. If you are working at the repair industry for smartphones and tablets, you can easily join our Facebook group, Smartphone Repair Group Germany. Yeah, Please answer the questions, otherwise you won't be accepted. I'm out. I hope you liked the video. Give me a thumbs up. We see us with the next one. Boom! Back to life again. Here's Ben.